Well, as soon as I started, some dude in a loud-ass truck drove by. Okay. Anyways. So not much going on today. Despite the clouds, I don't expect rain. We have a 10% chance of rain at 3, and that's it. It's an hour away from 3. But when I get home, update on Aso, the volcano in Japan that decided to erupt today. And that's about it, because there's nothing going on. There's a marginal risk of severe weather for parts of Iowa and Minnesota. That's it. Okay? There's an area of interest, invest, in the Eastern Pacific, and there's an invest in the Western Pacific. Both don't really have a good chance of forming over the next couple days. One of them doesn't really have a good chance of forming, period, and that's Invest 98W in the Western Pacific. The other system has a very good chance of forming, the one in the Eastern Pacific. So when that forms, there will be updates. Until then, there's nothing going on. Earthquakes are slow. There's not a lot going on there. That's how the daily 6.0 that happens in the middle of the night. I don't know why that is happening, but this happens in the middle of the night, at least in this time zone. Corvette, though. But it's like, there's no severe weather. Like, I'm not sure. There's a flood in Puerto Rico, but I'm sure that warning has long expired, unless that they extended it, which I'll check, and if so, there will be an update on that. But don't expect it to be extended, which is good for Puerto Rico. But everything is slow. We haven't had a tornado in a couple weeks. Well, in about a week. We haven't had any severe weather in about a week. And outside of the Puerto Rico flooding, there hasn't been any flooding in the past week. It is slow. Okay? And it's like, but outside of that, there is Aso, which will be updates on, and if anything happens with earthquakes, updates on that, and anything happens with the severe weather threat for Iowa and Minnesota, there will be updates on that. Also, speaking of updates on severe weather, they actually expanded the marginal risk area for tomorrow from Lake Erie all the way down to the Mississippi-Alabama line. But they removed the marginal risk for parts of Oklahoma, but they added a marginal risk for a little area of Texas near the Big Bend with Rio Grande on the Texas-Mexico border. And there's nothing for day 3, as per usual. But next threat for severe weather from my area, I want to say, is Saturday into Sunday, and then Tuesday into Wednesday. Maybe something on Monday too, but and that's for my area. So you know how it is. If anything happens, and I'm at home and awake, it'll be streamed. So best chance of that would be Sunday. Maybe something Saturday, but it's looking at just rain, no thunder. So it might be a little bit of a video, but unless if it downpours, or if there's a light show, don't expect much of a stream. But nonetheless, that does seem to be it for right now, due to lack of everything. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Also, there is a trunk or treat thing going on the 30th. If I'm able to go to that because of the nephew, there'll probably be some vlogs there. Halloween, that might be something with that. And then there is tomorrow morning, I forgot to mention, Taco Bell is doing a giveaway on the breakfast burritos. Just giving them away to all U.S., most if not all U.S. locations. The reason I say most is I'm not sure the territories, Alaska and Hawaii is part of it, but most, if not all, U.S. locations between 7 and 11 a.m. local time. there will be free breakfast burritos at Taco Bell. Limit 1 per person, obviously, and even one that want ones has to be there. So you can't just grab 5, be the only one in the car, and come back with it. Like, that's not how that's gonna work. So everyone that wants one has to be there with you. And heads up, depending on the state, you might have to be vaccinated to get that. As we all slowly glare at California and New York. And maybe Washington State, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're all glaring at California and New York for that one. So, with that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye.